Nowadays, most men around you, your friends, your family, or even stranger you came across every single day are weak. And when I'm talking about weak, I'm talking about like mentally and physically are so weak to the point that we won't even call them men anymore. They are called man boys. So in the book Hard Times Create Strong Men, the author Stefan Arniel mentioned that man boys are a group of individuals which hovers between a teenager and an adult, which is not a good place to be in. In the book, the author have mentioned that these are the kind of men who have victim mentality, which I totally agree on. These are the kind of men who won't own up to their life, to take responsibility for every action he does and his loved one. These are the kind of men that will run when facing mental barrier or even hard times, especially financially. I can't fully describe the book, but the author had done an amazing job on it, so I recommend you to go read it as soon as possible. I put a link down in the description for the PDF for the book. For you know what? Fuck this, bro. Go find yourself, bitch. If you can't even find a book or even a PDF file, that means that you don't even have heart to start improving yourself. In terms of building through suffer, I'm not the special kid that you think that went through parent divorce, then suddenly trying to become the man that carry the load of the house. In fact, it's the complete opposite. It's because that my parents had the most loving relationship. That's why I want to imitate and replicate it into my own life. But in order to do so, I have to be mentally and physically strong and rock solid to provide and support for this family. My father comes back home once every 2 weeks, and I don't know about you, in my culture that I'm living in, it's very unusual for the man to search money and come back home so rarely. But in my case, my father is different. He had the masculine responsibility, yet loving tone when speaks to us. He was the one that encouraged us to take part in sports and actually teach us how to be a man, to stop complaining and actually do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. I believe that a parent's education on their child is the single most important thing to raise a healthy and well-minded child. So the problem is, how do you make a transition from being a teenager to a man? The answer is actually quite simple. To actually start doing the hard things even if you don't feel like it. To start ignore your lizard brain and to start work on the thing that you currently are hard to capable of. Whenever it is study for your exam or go hit the gym, which I preach so much for you to start, or like what I'm doing now, to start a YouTube channel and upload every day to influence even a single one of you to start take action and hold responsibility to your life. Once you start doing the good habits, it starts to become like the snowball effect. The longer you do, the more reward you get. Same with anything in life. You start out within weeks or months like this, but with persistent time and hard work, it suddenly goes like this. In every success of your life, everything goes like this. But before you go do anything that requires a lot of mental and physical load, I want you now to go to your laptop or even PC, open up a document and write down the goals and the purpose you want. The goal, the big goal you want to achieve. Be reasonably unreasonable. My goal, in terms of YouTube, is to get 10,000 subscribers before the end of the year. It's not impossible, but sure as hell requires tons of work and time. Your purpose, the reason why you want to achieve the goal in the first place. The burning desire that causes you to every day wake up and full of motivation to do the things that you always want to do. My purpose is to retire my most beloved family that works so goddamn hard in their life just to support me and my brother. I want to be the one to now step up and carries the load and actually provide and support for them. So do you think that after I tell you my goals, my purpose, I will be the one that still be lazy, to be complacent, to actually be unmotivated to do anything in life? Of course not. I may be 16 years old, but this doesn't stop me to actually discipline myself to do hard work from a young age. Speaking about young, I love the quote by the YouTuber LifeXP, which I don't know how he's doing now in life, but he titled in his video, which now pops off in YouTube, "The sooner you begin, the better." So what about you? Maybe you haven't even think of a goal or a purpose yet, but since time will pass anyway, start thinking now. For a week, for a month, or even for a year. to actually clearly think of a goal and a purpose that you always want to achieve, write it down, stick it on your wall, and actually look at it every single day in the morning and stick to it. Be persistent and patient, day in, day out, week in, week out, and be obsessed over it. Once you accomplish the goals that you had in mind, you become the strongest man that your future generation will look up to. And always remember, when pursuing big goals, don't worry about time, because time will pass anyways.